Hey guys, Minsi here. Today I'm going to take you on an adventure where we explore some caves, go hiking in the mountains and stumble across one of Australia's most venomous snakes, do a few camp cookouts along the way and lots of swimming. Alright, let's get into it. There is a sign and it says, "Respect the bats." I've got my torch here. Look at these really cool tree roots. Ooh. It's so dark up ahead. It's creepy. They're micro bats. Look, and one just flew past. Oh, look at them all there. There's like a little huddle of them. That's so cute. Can you hear it getting louder and louder? I think I just got pooped on. Oh, it's nice to be back in the fresh air again. It's pretty stinky in there. Do some hand sanitizing after that. Let's get going. I found a tank. Ooh. I'm doing a bakery stop. Let's go see what I can find. On the way here I was just thinking about how much I don't like lamingtons, and then when I went in there I saw that they had strawberry lamingtons and I thought maybe I just haven't given lamingtons enough of a chance, so I should try this and see if it's any good. It's quite moist, that one. So it's pretty tasty. Not bad. Not as bad as I remember the lamington to be. Alright, let's hit the road. I found some boab trees. Aren't they so cool? They're little ones. There's some more over here. There's a really big one. It's got a fat belly full of water. It's so cool, the shape. It's like time for a swim. Well, it's been a really hot day driving the car, so I've been on the lookout for a bit of a creek to swim in, and this looks absolutely perfect. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm gonna walk in. Oh, it's amazing. Well, I've been driving for about 3 hours already, so this is like the perfect pit stop. Alright, let's go up here and hope I don't flip over. It's nice. Well, this was a perfect rest stop. I feel like I could just stay here all day, but I've got other things to show you, so I'll have to keep going. I found a bunyip. It's the mythical Australian creature. Or maybe not mythical, who knows. Will eat livestock and things that it finds near its hole. This is what I'm going to be looking for as I go camping. Making sure I don't encounter any of these dangerous, creepy things. Well, here I am. You can hear the wind rustling in the trees. Let's go for a walk and see what we can find. I've only brought just a few basic items with me because I haven't been here before, so I want to go and suss it out first and see if there's somewhere where I might be able to camp. So let's go. There's meat ants again. Don't worry, I've got my boots on. You a wallaby? Look at that. Ooh. There's also a little bit of a wallaby track just here going into the woods. I'm going very much uphill at the moment. Getting a good calf muscle workout. There's lots of vines around. I found a cave. This would be such a perfect cave to sleep in. A line of little pebbles all around the same height. Must be some sort of geological thing. How beautiful is the view? This cave is amazing. I wish I could camp in here. My goal for this video was to camp in a cave. Because this is a national park, it is protected, so it means I can't really do that. But I hope maybe once I go outside of the national park I might be able to find something similar. We'll see. There's a little window. Be some animal living in this hole because all the sandstone is being kicked out. Definitely cockatoo feathers. Look at this cave. It smells weird. Oh, it actually opens up in here. That's pretty cool. Oh. Wow. Oh, look, there's a big moth on the wall. All the dust. Oh, wow. Look at all those moths. That's so cool. I just originally saw that one moth up there and I thought that was cool. And then I go down here and there's like so many growing in here, like a root. Growing in between. Oh, I saw a big gecko. I think it's a wood gecko. They've got a really thick tail compared to regular geckos. Try to duck down and not hit my head. Oh! Danger! Look at this tree, it's covered in old man's beard. Looks really cool. I might take some for later, for my fire. How do I look with an old man's beard? Another one. They're everywhere. That wallaby has a baby in its pouch. I'm going to approach it really slowly. I want to see the baby better. That was so cute. I got to get super close to her. So I found this spot where I am allowed to camp. I've got my van here, but I prefer to sleep outside because it is very hot and I would like some fresh camping air. So I'm going to set up my hammock in between these trees and make a fire. Whole bag of firewood. Yeah. I think that's enough hardwood kindling. I've got my old man's beard still. Just going to collect a bit of bark off the ground and some smaller twigs and leaves for kindling. I'm like a witch at the cauldron. Get that going. Come on. Right, well while this fire is getting going, I'm going to set up my hammock and then I'll be able to start cooking. bugs out here. That made a funny noise. Alright, put my mozzie net up. Bugs are already trying to get inside. Right, dinner. Got my chair. How beautiful the wing. It's like a perfect leaf. I'm ready to cut up some vegetables. No, obviously I'm not going to use my machete to do that. Just had to make a joke, you know. Ooh, I need to like get a bit away from the fire. It's too hot. Got the old rice and veg combo. Lots of green vegetables today. Keeping things nice and healthy. Maybe I want some more capsicum. It smells too yummy. I like my butter. Alright, this is my grand plan. Gonna put that like that. Ta-da! And then I have some Thai basil stir fry and rice, and it's gonna be delicious. It's really got some heat. I love this rice. It's already cooked, so all you have to do is chuck a little bit of water in there. That might be a bit strong. My knee's burning. Spicy. Gotta get every last grain. It's good. Sitting nicely charred. Hot. Take that off for now. I think I'm being followed by this one. Oh no! He just fully flew into the fire and then jumped back out again. What is that? Little waffle. Little waffle? I don't know how to say it. But they're like a caramelly waffle dessert. Let's see how delicious and sticky it is. These are made in the Netherlands. They know how to make sweets over there. Things didn't really go as planned today. I was hoping that I would be camping in a fire by this time, but camping in a fire. But I'm still out here camping under the stars, so it's always good. Ready for bed. Alright, good night. This fruit just landed on me from the birds. The seeds. Look, I found a new kind of snake. It's called a caterpillar snake. What are they doing? Gotta stick together when there's heaps of ants around. It scared me. I thought it was an actual snake. A little grass tree. Look, it's a cute one. Some more meat ants. So dry out here. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of like a riverbed down there. There's definitely no water in it, so I'll be really surprised if there's any water in these pools, but I'm still hoping. I just stopped here because a whole bunch of pigeons flew away, and I was thinking about the sound that they make. And while I was thinking about it, I noticed this. Can you see that? This is a red-bellied black snake. So random how these things happen sometimes. I probably wouldn't have seen it if I didn't just stop right in that exact spot. But it's a beautiful demonstration of how snakes don't want to harm you. They just want to slither away and mind their own business. Right, let's see if there's any water in these pools. You want to see? Pretty brown. Gonna have to be careful of snakes around here because I think this is the place where the animals come for a drink. Well, that was a much longer walk than I anticipated. And the water is not very swimmable, so I guess I'll have to continue my search. Bugger. Next stop. Got some trail mix and a weird cookie. From Taiwan. They're like sweet but also salty. He's come back out for some sunning again. I found a perfectly preserved toad. It looks so weird. Alright, well that's the end of that 5k walk. I'm a bit sweaty again. Starting to warm up. Feeling hot, hot, hot. On to the next adventure. Look over there. The car coming again. Slow down, slow down. Woo, Jesus Christ. There's heaps of this cacti around. I think this is what the bird dropped on my head this morning. Let's see if I can eat one of the fruits, not the actual cactus. It's very pink inside. Oh, there are spiky bits. Damn cactus. I was a bit silly and I squeezed it. Try not to do that again. I'm not really a cactus expert. Well, there's still definitely some there, but I got most of them out, I think. They're gonna prickle away at me for the rest of the day. It tastes sweet, kind of like floral. It's nice. Well, I figured you guys have seen enough dry landscape and stagnant water for one adventure, so I thought I'd come back to the place where I know the water is running and beautiful, so I can make some lunch on the fire and have a nice swim. Let's get sewing. Look, the bird's nest. Must have fallen out of the tree. So perfect. Very cool. Leave that there. Get back to work. I'm going for a little dip before I continue. Oh, that's very refreshing. It's very slippery down here. Okay. Now that I've cooled down, I can get on with it a little bit. I almost grabbed the honey instead of the Vaseline. That wouldn't have been making a very good fire. It's Vaselined on there. That should make it easier to open. Vaseline is surprisingly hard considering how hot it is out here. Okay, while that fire is getting nice and hot, I'm going to prepare my burger. And I'm going to start with slicing some bread, and I've got the perfect tool for that. Ta-da! This is my bread knife, guys. I just figured this is a bit more serrated than my other knife, so it's probably going to work a bit easier for the bread. Or maybe not, I don't know. I'm going to apply the same technique that I normally use. Don't worry, I've got my grill underneath, so there's no danger of me cutting my leg off, just to make that clear. That worked pretty well, I have to say. Let's do another slice. This is very textured bread. It's working! They're going to be thick slices. Oh. Pretty good. A bit on both sides. That works. My burger patty. I don't want to cut this too much on the plate because it might ruin my plate. Avocado, which says I should eat it now. Yes, so avocado. It's going to be a bit of a late lunch today. More like an early dinner. I don't want to accidentally tip the cheese off the top. good. I don't think I'm going to be able to close my sandwich. That's the best kind of burger. Some salt and pepper. Oh no! Okay. Can I fit it in my mouth? I got a tiny bite of the things inside. Well, this has been a really interesting video to make. A few things didn't go to plan, but I'm really happy that I did go and get to see the caves and things at least. It's really hard in Australia. There's a lot of national parks where you're not really allowed to camp inside the national park unless there's like a designated camping area, and fire starting can be really limited as well. So if you do know of any places where I can go and camp inside a cave overnight and also have a fire, that would be really awesome. So drop that in the comments, please. Oh. Alright, time for me to hit the road before I run out of light. It's already getting quite dark and I have to be careful because usually at night there's kangaroos on the road and I don't want to hit one of those. Well, I hope you enjoyed coming on this hot Australian outback adventure with me. If you want to see more of my videos, don't forget to subscribe and turn your notifications on. And for some behind the scenes footage, check out my social media links. Alright, see you next time.